Hey guys, welcome for joining us tonight. I am so excited about y'all being here. This one tonight that we're going to be doing is about travel and business. And I know a lot of you are probably in the market right now for looking for something. There's probably a lot of us that are either out of work completely or just on hold until maybe. And then there's those of you that are, you've probably always been a full-time mom. You've probably always stayed at home, but now you have a whole bunch more mouths to feed. You have a whole bunch more going on. And so you have your finances. You need a little bit more in your pocketbook to cover the extras that are going on right now. And so I just want to reach out to y'all and show you an opportunity that we have and show you something that I got into several months ago, and I got into it for the product side of the business. And tonight we're going to show you the business side of it and give you a little bit about the product side of it and how that all comes together and how that works. And we'll have a question and answer session at the end. So any questions that you have, we'll be glad to answer those for you. And yeah, that's why we're here. It's talk about business, home-based businesses, online businesses. There's no better time than now. And in my heart, I truly believe that God created each and every one of us with an entrepreneurial spirit, and that we all have something inside of us that we can give back and give to others and share. And so somewhere deep inside of us, I honestly believe that in all of us, we all have that vision of business, something we can do or something that we can offer. And so I just really hope that maybe tonight this stirs something up inside of you that's just been sitting there, that's been, for whatever reason, you just haven't pursued it. I hope this stirs something up inside of you tonight to help you pursue that and finally make a decision to say yes to yourself and do something for you. That will benefit others, that will benefit you and others. And so I want to introduce my faithful sidekick, Kat. She's been in this business a little bit over 2 years, and she'll give you all about her story. And she just made 1-star director in our company, which is huge. We're so excited for her. And so she's a wonderful mentor, wonderful leader. And so I'm just really, really blessed to be able to have this opportunity to do this with her. And so, Kat, it's all yours.
Oh, good. Thank you. Thank you for inviting me, Davina, to talk to your friends. I know that you have a heart for helping other people have home business. And both of us agree that this is the time. A lot of people intend to start a home business because they understand that they need to have an extra stream of income, but life gets in the way. You've got the kids and you've got the school and you've got their sports and you've got work and you've got extra work, and it just goes on and on. Now that we're all forced to stay home, although some of you may be working from home, it's a time for you to have that focus to start your home business, get it on a great, even, steady foundation before we're ready to get going. So the opportunity we're going to share tonight, there's actually 2 opportunities, and I think both of them are a lot of fun. So I'm going to, if you give me just a minute, I'm going to pop up my screen in a PowerPoint, and I'll show you all about these business opportunities. I will share. There we go. Now let's hit the play button. There we go. And I think I can do this. And then this. Okay, there we go. I hope so. Oops, and I changed the sign. Okay, so the first business that you saw on the screen, just quick before I moved it, is Planet Marketing. Planet Marketing is a network marketing company that's a little bit over 4 years old, and we're going to talk a lot about that soon. But before we get there, I want you to sit back and take just a couple minutes to think about what you want your life to look like. Because honestly, we are all the designers of our own life. We make choices and we make decisions and we make action steps to create what we want. I want you to think about financial freedom. People throw those words around all the time. But when you stop and think about it, what does it mean to you? Does it mean paying for your children's college yourself without putting them into $60,000 debt? Does it mean a paid off house and no debt? Does it just mean if I had an extra $500 a month, that would be financial freedom because I could balance my budget, okay? Whatever it means to you, it's possible. if you choose it and you want it. So keep that in mind. I want to talk about another kind of freedom. I want to talk about personal freedom. Most of us are having our personal freedoms curbed right now, right? Because the government is saying, don't you go to work or get yourself to work. And the government is saying, stay home. So it kind of feels like we don't have that personal freedom, and we don't to a certain extent. But some of us who work especially 40, 50, 60 hours for an employer that's not particularly understanding about family responsibilities, we never have personal freedom. Because if we need time off to see to a sick kid, we have to ask permission. If we have a vacation we want to take for our family, we have to ask permission. That's not personal freedom. Personal freedom is you make the decisions for your life. So you're thinking about financial freedom, how that would feel for you. Think about what personal freedom would feel for you. And then the most important next step is, well, it skipped a slide for me. Look at that. What I wanted to talk about before I even got here, and we're going to pause just a minute. I apologize. We're going to go back. There's my time freedom slide. Awesome. There's what I was trying to show you. I want you to imagine time freedom, because to me, that's the most important. It's even more important than financial freedom, in my opinion, because financial freedom is making money, okay? And you can always find another way to make a little bit of money, okay? You can take on an extra part-time job, you can babysit, you can sell things from around the house, or you can go work at Walmart as a greeter after COVID is over, right? But you can never buy time, okay? No matter how rich you are, how wealthy you are, you cannot add 1 minute to your day. You cannot buy it. So time freedom to me is the most important type of freedom we're going to talk about. So I keep talking about designing your life. The businesses we're going to offer you tonight, 2 different businesses, are the kind of businesses that you can use to design your life. You can use them to create the financial freedom you were dreaming about a few minutes ago, the personal freedom that I talked to you about being able to decide where you were going and when, and not have an employer or the government, anybody else telling you, and also time freedom. Because when you create the financial freedom, it creates time freedom, time with your family, by choice, not by demand of the government. These businesses also are going to help you build your own network. A lot of us are finding out how strong or how weak our support networks are right now, because we can't be socially around each other. I don't like the term social distancing. I prefer the term physical distancing, because we can still be social. We can still get on Zoom. We can get on Facebook Messenger. We can talk to one another and be social, but we can't be physically close. So those networks are being a little strained right now. So in this business, it's all based on building a strong network around you. Also, these businesses benefit immensely from the boom that is e-commerce. And even with the stores around us shut down and struggling, except the big ones that are considered essential, e-commerce is truly booming. Amazon has had to cut down how much they can ship because there's so many orders. eBay sales are going up. Etsy sales are going up. E-commerce is still booming. With this business, you are going to earn your professional travel business credentials. We'll talk more about that in a few minutes. This man on the screen in front of you is Mr. Donald Bradley. Donald Bradley has been a proven 7-figure income earner in 2 different network marketing companies before 4 years ago he decided to step out and create his own network marketing company. He wanted to create a company that was built around the people, and he wanted a company opportunity that would never change and never shift what it promised people, and that would enable the average person like me and you to earn an above average income. All right, Mr. Bradley's goal for all of us is to reach that 6-figure income level. Now, Mr. Bradley knew that as wonderful as he was and as good as experience he had, he was going to need other people with him. So we're going to hear about some more people that he brought in to help him with Planet Marketing. But first, this man on the screen right now is our partner. Planet Marketing is partnered with a company called IntelliTravel. IntelliTravel's chairman and CEO and president is Mr. James Ferrara. Now, Planet Marketing is a new company, just over 4 years old. However, IntelliTravel is 28 years old. They began in Delray Beach, Florida. Their physical headquarters is still in Delray Beach, Florida, but IntelliTravel now has 57 1,000 travel agents across 22 countries, adding more all the time. Mr. Ferrara was there with IntelliTravel from the beginning. He's one of the 3 original founders. 2 have retired. He's still there. So that's our 2 founders of our 2 companies, Donald Bradley and James Ferrara. Planet Marketing, IntelliTravel. Are you with me so far? IntelliTravel has been around for so long because they have built relationships with all of their partners. Norwegian Cruise Line, Princess Cruise Line, the Mark Travel Corporation, Apple Vacations, Delta Vacations. Let's see, anything else you can, oh yes, Disney, a little company named Disney. These are all vendor partners with IntelliTravel, and we've won awards from almost every single one. We book a lot of travel. In the 4 years since IntelliTravel has partnered with Planet Marketing, we have sold over $525 million in travel. That's a lot of travel. That's a lot of pull with these vendors, right? Okay, here's where the education part comes in, so bear with me. When I was booking my own travel, I never used a travel agent. I didn't think I needed one. I just went online, and I thought, since I was doing all the work, you know, looking up the reviews, figuring out what hotel I wanted, what time I wanted to go, booking the little thing with all the drop downs and doing the search and then putting my payment information, I was doing it all, and I was doing it because I thought I was saving myself from paying the commission. But what I found out is I was not saving myself any money. I was doing all that work and somebody else was getting the commission. If you go directly to a supplier like carnival.com or holidayinn.com, you think to yourself, I'm booking directly with the company, so there's no middleman, no commission, right? Yeah, no, wrong. You actually are paying a commission built into the price that the companies use for their marketing budget and to pay all those people that answer the phone when you call. So if you go there, you pay the company the commission. Trust me, it's built in. If you go to one of our big online OTAs, we call them, online travel agencies, like Book It, that just went out of business recently, or Thomas Allen, that also went out of business in the UK, when you booked through them online, I thought again I was going direct to the place, getting no commission, right? No. Those online travel agencies all get a commission. And I know for a fact that some of the hotels in Florida pay them 20% commission. That's quite hefty, isn't it? So if the commission is already built in, and if I'm paying it anyway, and if I'm doing the work, shouldn't I get the commission? I think that's exactly what should happen. So when you become an IntelliTravel travel agent, what exactly are you? You are a travel agency owner. You are not in a travel club. A travel club is where you pay your dues every month and they give you a checklist of little places you're allowed to go. And they're usually surplus places, like on bad dates or places you're not really sure where you want to go. But it is just a list of approved areas. That's all you can choose from. When you are a travel agency owner, you choose wherever in the world you want to go, with whatever vendor you want to partner with on whatever day you're willing to pay the rates for, okay? You're not a travel club. You're not a timeshare. We don't buy space and resell it to you. No, you are a travel agency owner and you have access to the world. You can book that family reunion cruise. You can book that destination wedding. You can book that honeymoon. Did you know that 25% of weddings in the US are now destination weddings? Crazy, huh? What about if you've got a friend or maybe your child is on one of the travel sports teams? They're always traveling, always booking hotels, usually for the team and their moms. You could actually be the travel agent booking those rooms for the team, and they'd cost the team the same amount of money, but you'd get a commission. Sweet, huh? Okay, so what do you have access to? You can read the list. It's right there on the screen. It's actually easier to tell you what you don't have access to than what you do. And I really can't think. There are some mom and pop small motels, not hotels, motels that don't work with travel agents. That's about the only exception. So why travel? Why now? You may be especially asking yourself that. Look, Kat, all the airlines are shut down. The cruise ships are in their ports. Nobody's traveling. So why would I want to talk about travel? Well, let me ask you this. Do you really think that all those billions of dollars of cruise ships are going to stay in those ports forever? Or we're going to take them to the recycling plant and turn them into scrap metal? No, not likely. The people that have been in the travel industry 40, 50 years have been reassuring those of us who are new, look, This is a bad season, but it will pass. We've never been through a worldwide pandemic like Corona with all the stay at home, but we have been through pandemics before where people were afraid to travel. We've been through SARS. We've been through H1N1. We've been through the bird flu. And we've also, unfortunately, been through terrorism. We've been through 9/11. So travel is going to take a hit while we're all locked down. But guess what I'm finding? Everybody that's locked down and being told you can't travel now, guess what they're online researching? Travel. I've gotten more inquiries about travel in the last week than I had in the last month. People are raring to go. As soon as those gates open, they're going to be traveling again. Remember, this figure is actually old. This is from 2017. Last year in 2018, it was a $10 trillion industry. That's a lot of zeros. The projection back in 2017 was that by 2027, it would be 15 trillion. They're still working on that now. It may go up, it may go a little down because of Corona, but 15 trillion, that's a lot of zeros. How would you like to have a half of a half of a half of a percent of that 15 trillion? I'd be okay with that, honestly. There's a lot of zeros in that little piece right there. So who's moving this great amount of travel? Who's booking all this travel, right? Well, first of all, there are people like me. And I mean by that, there are people who are baby boomers. Baby boomers like me. What does everybody say when they talk about what are you going to do now? What are you going to do when you retire? Well, I'm going to travel, you know? That's what everybody says. And did you know that for the next 20 years, there will be a baby boomer retiring every 20 seconds for 20 years? Isn't that an amazing statistic? Every 20 seconds for 20 years, just craziness. So also, in addition to the baby boomers, interestingly enough, we are also being shown the value of travel by our millennials. That's right. The millennials are right behind the baby boomers in travel spend. 200 million yearly. Isn't that amazing? $200 billion, let me correct myself, that's a B and not an M up there. $200 billion by the millennials. So they are fast getting up to where the same numbers the baby boomers. But in addition to that, we've also got our Gen Z folks. Our Gen Z folks are beginning to spend more and more. In fact, they're becoming known as the digital nomads. They invented the term bleisure. And if you haven't heard the term bleisure yet, you will. It's a combination of business and leisure, and they cram it together and say bleisure. And what is it? Well, it's a Generation Z term because when they're sent on a business trip to San Francisco or Paris or wherever, they tack a few days before and maybe a few days after for vacation. So now they've got a business trip, but they've also got a leisure trip. Bleisure. It's a wonderful new term. Learn it, Quell. So let's face facts. Pretty much everybody we know is already in the travel industry. Most of the time when we talk about travel, we talk about vacations and fun travel, right? But there's also a lot of travel. Everybody travels. We travel for business. We travel to go to school. We travel to be with a new baby that was just born. We travel to go to a wedding. We sadly sometimes travel for funerals. Families travel, business people travel, singles travel, everybody travels. So let's get down to the brass tacks. We know that you're going to be a travel agency owner. You are going to be able to book travel for as many people as you want or as few as you want because there are no quotas in this business. I love that. Let's talk about how much money you're going to earn. Our agents begin at earning 70% of their commissions. Now, if you went out to work for a brick and mortar travel agency, that would be unheard of. Most travel agents begin their journey in working for another agency owner, and they're lucky to get 10 to 15% of their commissions. They may start out with a small hourly wage, like minimum wage, and then maybe 10% of their commissions. In fact, even seasoned agents who've been experienced for a long time rarely make more than 30% of their commissions. But because IntelliTravel is a virtual travel agency, we do have a physical headquarters in Delray Beach, but most of our agents are virtual. So most of our training is virtual, and our customer service staff is small because of that. So we can flip those numbers. Instead of the agency keeping 70 to 80% and you getting 20 to 30%, IntelliTravel switch them. And now they keep 20 to 30% and you get 70 to 80%. Now, the way this usually works is you start out at 70%. Once you've earned your first $5,000 in commission, you bump up to 80%. But because of what's going on right now, and the fact that we're having to cancel travel for at least 2 months, March is gone and April's going to be gone for travel, the company decided to do something nice for us. And I don't even know if Davina's heard this yet, but every travel booked between now and the end of May, the agent is going to earn 80%, no matter where they are as far as how much they've earned. So they're bumping up all of our commissions to 80%. That just shows what a kind of company we work for. I love it. Again, you are not going to have any third-party intermediaries. I just want to reiterate, you're not a travel club, you're not a timeshare, you own a travel agency of your own. And you get all these things on the screen with it, customer service, training, all kinds of stuff. You will have a booking website that looks just like the one on your screen. It'll be personalized with your picture and your bio, that kind of stuff. You can order business cards. You can have sales tools. We have fantastic customer management software. We also have the best training that I've seen. We've gotten awards for our training and awards for our future looking towards the business and training our agents to be ready for trends. We got an award for that just last year. Okay, so again, show me the money, right? Okay, let me show you the money. I got 4 examples for you of how much a travel agent earns on travel. So this first example is actually travel that a customer would book themselves. Most of us have a friend or know of a friend who is what we refer to as a frequent business traveler, or in other terms, a road warrior. The road warrior is someone that travels usually 3 times a month. And most of the time when they travel out of town for business, they stay 3 nights or longer. If that one person that you know in your circle and network said, if you said to them, would you mind trying my website instead of the one you usually use just for a month and make sure, if it compares, most people would be willing to try it. If it's not going to cost them anymore, it might even save them money. Why wouldn't they try it? Our websites are very easy to book with. So if you got one of these road warriors to book with you, every month that they booked with you, instead of the online travel agency they used to use, your commission would be $150 every month. Okay, that's just for one. Find another road warrior and you can add and multiply that. The second example is a 5-day golf trip to Scottsdale, Arizona. Now, the easy thing about booking a golf trip is that golfers usually know exactly where they want to go, exactly what tee times they want, and exactly what flight they want to take to get there. So they're going to call you and they're going to give you exactly what they want. It's going to take you about 10 minutes on the phone to book this travel for them. And your commission is $274.86 for 10 minutes work. Or 20 minutes maybe. Send them a thank you note, right? So the example number 3 is a honeymoon. Now, I don't know if you've recognized, but a lot of people were supposed to be getting married this spring, March and April, and they're either having their weddings really small, like just them and their family, or even virtual, or they're canceling the wedding or postponing the wedding. Or they're due for their honeymoon, but they're postponing it. So trust me, I predict the middle of April, we're going to start booking a crazy amount of honeymoons for June, July, August, and on. So this is an example of a fairly inexpensive honeymoon. This is not one of the more expensive locations. It's Cancun, Mexico. Beautiful place, but not one of our more expensive, exclusive areas. This is a nice all-inclusive resort, butler service, luxury for Cancun, beautiful. Your take-home commission on this is $561.79. And you're going to make your honeymooners very happy because you're going to know all the inside and save them some money as well as making you some. Last example, what about a family reunion cruise? Cruises are becoming more and more popular. Now we got this Corona thing going on, right? But trust me, people aren't going to stop cruising. I just quoted 2 individual cruises and booked a group cruise this past week. People are still going to be cruising. So family reunions are especially good to have on a ship because with family reunions, you have multiple generations, and a cruise ship is designed to appeal to multiple generations. The kids have their kids program and their kids pool, and the teens have their teen hangout and their I wanted to say disco, not disco. Their dance club, and the grown-ups have all kinds of activities. So this is perfect for a family reunion. If you booked a family reunion, one family reunion on a 5-day cruise, not even a normal average 7-day, but a 5-day cruise with Royal Caribbean, and you booked 20 cabins, so that's 40 people and a few kids maybe, you're commissioned $2,200. Not bad, right? I can go on and give you example after example of what commission you would make, what kind of discounts you could find for yourself and your friends, what kind of perks and benefits you can give. Because a travel agent, when a travel agent books your travel, we get perks for our clients, okay? So if you just book with an online travel agency, you're not gonna have that special little something that we're going to arrange for you, especially on your honeymoon, because we have the ability to call up the concierge at the hospital or our business development manager and say, hey, this couple that's coming in, they're on their honeymoon. I want to make sure it's really special. Can you give them something extra? And they almost always can do that for us as travel agents. So our customers get extra benefits just like they should because they're working with us. These are all different companies we work with. You could fill 10 screens with them. That's just a sampling for you to see. Now, I know some of you are thinking, Kat, it sounds great, but I have no idea how to be a travel agent, right? Well, I don't want you to worry about that because honestly, if you have already booked travel online, you booked your airfare, you found a hotel on one of the online travel agencies, you booked your cruise, you are 90% trained. We're just going to show you the behind the curtains part, okay? We're going to show you all the insider tricks and give you the phone numbers of all those people that you can make things happen for you and your clients. Now, we have online training. You could train days and days and days. None of it is required. Honestly, I had one client who'd been an agent a week, or excuse me, one friend who had been a travel agency owner a week. She had her cousin or her sister, I think, wanted to book a trip to Scotland. So she didn't know where to start. We went on our back office and looked and saw which travel partners that we thought, would do a good trip to Scotland. She called a couple of them, booked the whole trip on the phone. Said, hey, I'm a new agent with IntelliTravel. My sister wants to go to Scotland. Here's the things she wants in her trip. Here's when she wants to go. What can you do for me? This company put together 3 different packages and let her sister pick which one. So my friend took just a few minutes to be able to put this together, and it did amazing things. Okay, I think we got somebody unmuted. All right, so let's talk about another perk for you guys because I love this. These are trips and they're called FAM trips, and the FAM is F-A-M, and it's short for the word familiarization. Vendors in travel are not silly. They are smart, okay? They know that if I become familiar with a certain resort in Jamaica and I fall in love with it, I'm going to tend to recommend that particular resort to my clients, right? So they want us to be familiar with their product. So all of the resorts in Montego Bay, Jamaica want us to be familiar with them, so we'll recommend them. So they have trips called FAM trips that they offer to travel agents. Now, a FAM trip can cost from pennies on the dollar, sometimes even free. The idea is to get you to the vendor's property, whether it's a hotel, a resort, cruise ship, an airline, whatever it is, get you to see it, to become familiar with it, and to recommend it to your clients. And because they want to make a good impression on you, you get treated like royalty. Now, this is called an IntelliTrip. It's a little different than a FAM trip. A FAM trip is for any travel agent anywhere. An IntelliTrip is a trip that IntelliTravel put together with the vendor. It is a FAM trip, but it is only for IntelliTravel agents. And we've been doing more and more of these as our agent numbers have grown. We went from 3,000 to 57,000 in 4 years. So our growth is getting astronomical. This is an example of an IntelliTrip that I actually went on. This was an all-inclusive resort in Montego Bay, Jamaica. We stayed 5 days and 4 nights. All-inclusive, if you're not familiar with that term, means all of your entertainment, all of your food, all of your beverages, all of your booze, everything is included. So we paid $99 per person, and that wasn't per night, that was for the whole week. 5 nights, 4 days, $99 per person. This IntelliTrip, unfortunately, was before I came into the company, boo-hoo. It was an IntelliTrip to Disneyland in California. This price of $399 per person actually included your airfare to California, 3 nights in a Disneyland resort, all of your food, private meetings with some of the big wigs from Disney to talk about what they needed and what they expected and what they would give to travel agents to help us, private tours behind the scenes, all kinds of goodies for $3.99. I'm hoping they'll show that one again. And this is another one that was before I came. This is an IntelliTrip on a Royal Caribbean, one of their new ships. You can see by the pictures, it's one of their new big ships. 7 nights on the Royal Caribbean ship, $3.99 for an ocean view room, $5.59 for a balcony. These prices, for those who are used to cruises and all the things that get added on to your cruise fare, right? This fare included everything. Gratuities, port fees and taxes, even your Wi-Fi was included in that price. And folks, if you've never cruised, a cruise is kind of like an all-inclusive on a boat because all of your food is included and all of your beverages are included. There are drink tickets to buy if you want certain kinds of beverages or if you want alcohol. Those are beverages, but these prices included that too. The drink package, the Wi-Fi, all of it. So those are an amazing, wonderful thing for travel agents, one of my favorite benefits. No risk guarantees. I love the fact that this company stands behind their product. I've never sold anything that I couldn't give my friends, my clients are my friends, I couldn't give them their money back if they weren't satisfied. So I love that IntelliTravel does this. 3 guarantees, folks. Number 1, best price guarantee. If you book a vacation with an IntelliTravel agent, so if your cousin books their trip to Scotland with you, and then within 30 days, they find that same trip to Scotland advertised in a magazine or a website, and it's the same exact trip, IntelliTravel will meet the price, beat the price, or give them 110% of the difference in travel bucks. Pretty cool, huh? Second guarantee, 30 days. Jump in tonight, start your travel agency, spend the next 30 days while you're home anyway, right? Getting educated, checking things out, talking to your friends, letting them know you have a travel agency now. And then at the end of 30 days, if you don't, this is not really what I thought it was, I don't really want to save money on travel, I don't really enjoy travel that much, money back. No questions asked, no pressure at all, money back. We do not want you to be in the company and dissatisfied with it. But the last guarantee is my favorite, and it's actually one of the main reasons I signed up with this company a little over 2 years ago. Profit guarantee. Nobody makes profit guarantees because it just can't be done. But IntelliTravel knows that if you'll spend 12 months doing this business and commit yourself to working to the business, take some training, very minimal requirements for this guarantee, and book 1 trip in that whole 12 months. And that can be a trip for you, or it can be a trip for a client. At the end of 12 months, if you've done that minimal training, about an hour and a half, and you've taken that 1 trip or booked it for a client, and you haven't earned back every single penny that you paid into IntelliTravel over those 12 months, they will cut you a check for the difference. And they stand behind their guarantees. I can testify to that. So that was all about travel. And that's exciting because most people, 98% of us, like to travel. But let's face it, nobody's traveling for at least 30 days, right? So the reason that we're actually here tonight is this second part of the presentation, the business part of it. IntelliTravel agencies are fantastic. You can use that agency to sell millions of dollars worth of travel. We have 2 agents, in fact, in the company that have sold over $1 million in travel each year. However, you can also use that travel agency as your own family private travel agency because there's no minimums, no quotas. Nobody's going to call you and say, hey, you haven't booked any travel in 6 months. What's going on? Nobody's going to do that. It's your travel agency. Travel agency booking, travel booking can be very profitable. We have multiple people in IntelliTravel who make over 6 figures a year just from booking travel. However, booking travel pays a sales commission. That means when you make sales, you earn a commission. When you don't make sales, you don't earn a commission. This next opportunity I'm going to show you pays even when nobody's traveling. In fact, one of my mentors that brought me into the company has had a lot of family issues going on. She's moved. She had to auction off some property. She was sick. So for 5 months, she has not been able to work her business. And guess what? She's still getting all her checks every week, every month, still coming in. That's the kind of income that we all need right now. That's the kind of income that Corona has made us realize we need right now. And that's the kind of income this company can provide right now, okay? So if you weren't prepared for this pandemic, let's get you prepared for the next emergency. It may not be a pandemic, it may be a family emergency, but we all know that another crisis is coming because that's the way life is. So let's talk about Planet Marketing. I introduced you the founder earlier. That was Donald Bradley. He's the founder of the company. It is a little over 4 years old. October 15th, I think, is our birthday. This company will provide you with different forms of income. Sale income, commission, like we talked about with travel, leveraged income, which I'm going to talk about right now, and even residual income. Now, if you've never heard the term residual, I want you to just think about famous singers, famous movie stars, famous authors of books. All of these people did a body of work at one time that was very good work and very popular work. But now they're still earning money on that work they did years and years ago. They're receiving what's called a residual because that work is still paying them. And that's what residual income is. So let's start out with one of seven, yes, 7 different ways that Planet Marketing will pay you. The first is the commission income, just like if you sell travel. If you sell a travel package, your commission is $150 on that Road Warrior or $2,200 for that family reunion cruise. When you sell our product, what is our product? Our product is an ITA, an independent travel agency, a travel agency in a box, if you will. Everything you need, we sell that. And you can only buy an IntelliTravel travel agency from a Planet Marketing rep. It is an exclusive partnership. So every time we sell one of those ITAs, independent travel agencies, we generate a commission of $50. Now, this $50 is paid weekly, so you don't have to wait a whole month for your money. It's paid the next week, and it's also unlimited. So if you get into this business and you are busy or sick or whatever and don't sell any for weeks and weeks, then your income is zero, but nobody's going to bother you. There's no minimums. But if you get into this business and you're stuck at home and you're going to work 12 hours on this business, baby, you're going to call everybody you know and tell them about this. You might sell 10 in 1 week and earn $500 a week. Now, that is very doable. I've seen it done multiple times. And that is what the company means when they say unlimited. Sell 0, earn 0. Sell 1, earn 50. Sell 10, earn 500. Sell 2, earn 100. It's the way it works. And that is strictly commissioned income. But the leveraged income we're talking about kicks in now. Leveraged income is when you can earn on people that are working alongside of you. And that's what I love with network marketing. It's a team sport. We work together. So if I was the one who introduced Davina to the business, I think I was actually, then I earned a $50 commission when she signed up. Now, when Davina shares this with her friend, Susan, okay? Davina talks to Susan. Susan says, I need a plan B. Let's do this. I want to travel when this is all over. Sign me up. So Susan signs up. Well, the next week, Davina's going to get that $50 check for her commission. But guess what? Because I'm the one that brought Davina to the company, I'm going to get a referral fee or a part of leveraged income, a type of leveraged income. My referral fee is 50% of everything that Davina earns. Doesn't take away from Davina at all. She still gets her $50 on every sale, but now I get a match of 50%. So if she has that slow week and doesn't sell any, I don't make anything either. But if she has that boom week and sells 10 and gets her $500 check, company's going to pay me $250. Why? Because the company knows that all those 10 that Davina sold would never have been sold if I didn't bring Davina in the company, because she knows people I don't know. So that's a referral bonus. And I know you know how to refer because I'm sure you told somebody what movie to watch or what book to read during this shutdown when that's all we're doing, right? Okay, so that's 2 streams of income. Number 3 is these are all paid weekly. Some of our income is paid monthly, some is paid weekly. These 3 are paid weekly. And the additional bonuses are as you make sales. So once you've made 9 sales, on your 10th sale, you'll start earning an extra $10 for every sale. And then it goes and grows as you grow within the company. The team bonuses start at $10 and they go up to $60 depending on how many ITAs you have sold since you started. It doesn't start all over every month. It doesn't start all over every year. It starts from the time you come into the company until you leave the company. So that's 3 streams of income. Now, this is the Planet Marketing Builder Program. You heard me mention that when you sold 9 ITAs, that 10th ITA got you that $10 bonus. Well, that's because when you sell 9 ITAs, you become a gold builder in our program. Mr. Bradley designed this program to encourage folks to succeed. So just when you get started and you've only sold 3 ITAs, you achieve the rank of bronze builder with the company, you're awarded your bronze builder pin, and you're recognized across the company for your achievement. When you sell 3 more ITAs, you're now a silver builder with a silver builder pin and acknowledgement across the company. And when you sell 3 more, you become a gold builder. Now, in addition to the fact that you get recognized across the company and you get a gold builder pin, you start becoming eligible for those $10 team bonuses. And you also become eligible for 10% overrides. So now you've sold 9 ITAs, okay? You're a gold builder. You're gonna get $10 extra on every ITA you sell from now on. You're also going to get a 10% match of all 9 of those personal ITAs travel commission. So therefore, if I brought Davina into the business and she gets that commission check of $2,200 for that big cruise she booked, I'm going to get a check for $220. Again, it does not take away from what Davina gets. She gets her full 70%, but I get a 10% override because I'm the one that brought her into the company. And I start earning that override when I am a gold builder. There's one more 10% match. That is a 10% match on the matrix pay. I'll tell you about that in just a few minutes. That's the monthly pay that comes in based on how many people are in your personal matrix. That is a 10% match. When Davina has a team of 100 and becomes a director and her matrix paycheck is $400, I'll get a check for $40 because I'll get that 10% match. Now, we talked about matrix income, right? This is the matrix. Every person who buys an ITA and comes into business as a Planet Marketing representative gets their own matrix. I have a matrix, Davina has a matrix, everybody has their own matrix. Now, the matrix is created within other matrices. So Davina's matrix is inside of my matrix, and my matrix is inside of my sponsor's matrix. So filling the matrix is different than selling ITAs. When you sell an ITA, you are their personal sponsor. But you don't have to sponsor all the people to get them in your matrix, because everybody that Davina sponsors is going to go in my matrix. And everyone that I sponsor is also going to go in my sponsor's matrix. And as my sponsor builds her business and as her sponsor builds her business, that spillover is going to come into my matrix. And I'm going to be paid $4 on every single person that falls into my matrix, whether I recruited them or anybody else did. When you sell 2 ITAs, you open up the first 2 levels. Your maximum pay is $48 a month. Sell 3, sell 4, sell 5, you continue opening up levels. Our level is a forced matrix of 3 by 9. That just means it's 3 across and 9 levels deep. So as you grow and the people that you bring into the company grow and the people above you grow, the matrix starts filling. You earn $4 for every person. Again, that's not a lot of money, but when you start multiplying 4 by 10, 4 by 100, 4 by 1,000, 4 by 6,000, you start seeing where the money falls in. As the matrix fills, your monthly payout every month, residual income, remember, do the work once, earn monthly. The residual income starts to build. When the 9th level of your matrix is completely full, we don't have anybody there yet because we're only 4 years old, but you will have the possibility of earning $118,000 a month residually for the rest of your life. Now, can you handle that? I think you can. Now, is that going to happen right away? No, I told you we're 4 years old. We haven't even gotten anybody that far yet, but it is a possibility. If you go back to your job that you were in before this, or if you open another type of home business, maybe a home daycare or something like that, don't do that. I've been there, done that, sorry. Anyway, so if you do something else and you work really, really hard and you become the very best at running a home daycare or the very best librarian or the very best store manager, is there a possibility in the future that you could retire and receive $39,000 a month or $13,000 a month or even $118,000? I didn't think so. I don't know of any other opportunities to earn this money. So if it takes me 6 years or 7 years or 8 or 9 years, I'm okay with that because all along the way, I'm earning my money, okay? And let me just tell you, it's sweet when that money comes every month, even when you didn't get to work that month because you were sick. Now, this is the 7th stream of income. This is the Planet Director Program. This is the one that Davina told about how I was so excited. And I made one-star director on January 31st of 2020. So it's very recent for me. It's very new. And there's a lot of reasons I'm very excited about this. Number one, it was a goal that I worked hard for and achieved. And everybody feels good about that, right? Number two is the director bonus. Director bonus is bonus money. So in addition to the matrix pay that I get every month and the sales pay that I get every week, depending on who sold an ITA that week, I also get a bonus on the first of every month. And let me tell you, I made my rank at 10 p.m. on January 31st. At 10 a.m. on February 1st, on a Saturday, I got the email that $500 had been deposited into my account. Now, I had to wait till Monday to get the money. But Planet Marketing did their part. That's how good they are at paying on time and even early. My director bonus as a 1-star is $500. The stars go from 1 to 9. As I keep reminding you, we're only 4 years old. You found this opportunity just at the right time. I promise you that. When you look at our schedule right now, we have 2 6-star directors, 1 male, 1 female, and I think we now have 3 5-stars. So that's as high as we've gotten. But look, that's not all the way, but even at 6 stars, a $16,000 bonus the first of every month, yeah, I think they're doing okay. So as you grow up in the stars, you'll see that the team bonuses increase. A 1-star director gets a $20 team bonus. A 2-star gets a $30, all the way up to $60. Of course, that's one of the reasons I was thrilled that I reached the level of director, right? But the other reason is that Planet Marketing makes a pledge to its 1-star directors. Once you reach the level of 1-star director, Planet Marketing will guarantee your income to never fall below $1,000 a month. So as long as I'm a 1-star director in this company, if I do not earn a full $1,000 that month, Planet Marketing will cut me a check for the difference. Sweet, huh? Nice to have a little guarantee. Oh, and I also enjoyed the jacket. I haven't got it yet because I have to go to an event, and nobody's going to events right now, right? This is our bling program. Not a real bling person, but I guess if you insist I get a free Rolex watch, I could force myself to wear that. These rings and the watch are awarded based on sales. Mr. Bradley challenges all of us. He says even average people can achieve an above average salary, a 6-figure salary. And so he encourages us to strive for that and to push for that. And the award for a 6-figure income is a sapphire ring. The next level up is a $250,000 income, then a $500,000 income, and then $1 million income. We have one person who has earned his double diamond ring for earning $1 million a year, our first millionaire. Now, if you know our founder, like I do, his vision when he started this company was to create at least 50 millionaires. He's got one. He needs 49 more. I plan to be one of them. This is one of our income statements. This is for 2019. These are the income statements we provide to the IRS every year to show the legitimacy of the business and the average low and high income for the different ranks in the company. This is the final reason and the main reason that I'm so excited about becoming a director in Planet Marketing. This is called the Planet Marketing Pledge. As a Planet Marketing director, you can feel secure in knowing that in the event of your death, the Planet business you've built will outlast you. Your family will still receive your Planet Marketing weekly commissions, your director pay, your director bonuses, and your monthly residual income. With this company, I can sign a notarized legal document and decide who I'm giving my business to, a person or an entity, and my business will support and give my family a legacy long after I'm gone, and that means a lot to me. Now, Planet Marketing is a turnkey business. You will have everything you need, just like the travel business is a turnkey business, a travel agency in a box. You have everything you need. With Planet Marketing, you also have everything you need, including a support system. This is our convention. I went to the one in 2018. It was fabulous. 2019, sorry. It was fabulous. And I'm going to the one in 2020, and I know it'll be just as good. It's at the Gaylord Palms. This company does know how to throw a very nice party. I'll assure you of that. Let's go over again really quickly the 7 streams of income so you know I didn't leave any out. Number 1 is that direct sale commission. Number 2 is that 50% match, the referral bonus. Number 3 is that team bonus. It starts at 10 and goes up to 60. Number 4 is that goal builder override, 10% of the travel commissions and 10% of the matrix pay. Number 6 is that matrix pay itself, $4 per person in your matrix. And number 7 is that director bonus. True, 7 different streams of income. Now, if you're wondering how you get started, it's very easy. Just reach out to Davina or myself and we will help you get started. If you're wondering how much it costs, let's tell you exactly how much it costs. We have nothing to hide. The travel agency itself costs $179.95. That is a one-time fee. That is the price of the ITA. You never pay that fee again. Your overhead with that business is not in the hundreds. It is $39.95. Now, any business owner you talk to, whether they have a home daycare or they own a Domino's franchise, is going to tell you how incredibly low $39.95 overhead is because theirs starts in 5 figures. The Planet Marketing business that I told you about, 7 streams of income to add to your travel for $19.95 a month. So if you start both businesses tonight, which is what I recommend because you're going to take the travel and get up to speed and get ready to book travel when travel opens again, but you're going to hit the ground running by being able to talk to people you know who like to travel and showing them this awesome opportunity. So to do both at one time, it's $199.90 and your overhead for both businesses is less than $2 a day. $59.95 a day. And I think that is absolutely amazing. So let's go back and talk to Davina and get her word on what she thinks about all this. And she wants to say hello to everybody. Davina, can you come back on video with us?
You'll have to give me access.
Oh, I have the teacher's wand. I forgot. You know, they just shouldn't give me that much power, Davina. I can mute people. I can turn off their video. It's a little power hungry. Uh-oh. Did I lose you?
No, I'm still here.
Okay, we just didn't see you. All right, is there anything you want to say to your guests before we cut out and let them go free for the evening?
No, I'm good. I guess the only thing that I would have to say is just keep in mind that, you know, what keeps coming to mind about business and starting a business and not passing up a good opportunity is, you know, when Redbox come out, I think there was a lot of us that thought about, that's probably a really good opportunity, but we didn't want to invest and it wasn't a very much. I don't even remember how much it was now.
I think it was $2,000 just when they first started. It was only $2,000 to get your first Redbox.
Yeah, in the realm of things, it wasn't that much, you know, and a lot of us passed up that opportunity, and now we're like, really? You know, so, you know, we didn't think it would fly. We didn't think anybody would want to do that. You know, it's kind of like we are with the travel right now, you know, but it's guaranteed it's going to come back. People are going to keep traveling, you know, and the restrictions, even if there are restrictions, people are going to find a way to work around those. And
Absolutely.
So I just encourage you, like I said, if there's any inkling in you that you want to have a business, you're interested in having a business, I just encourage you to step out and take a shot with this one because I guarantee you won't regret it.
Yeah, and you get us too. So, oh that's awesome. All right, everyone. Thank you. Have a great evening. And again, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to Davina. Or if she can't find the answers, I'll help her find them. We want you to have the answers that you need, not to convince you to join, but to give you the education so you can make an educated choice. All right? Have a great evening. Bye-bye.